Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how we have to analyze exploratory data analysis. So a number of the first of all we will understand how we have to clean our data as well as how we have to remove the missing values and all. So first of all I'm going to open this one is my directory. I had already set directory. I had already explained you in my previous video how we have to set our directory. Here is what we have to do in this Python script, plot charts. And here is, I had already created one, this one is the folder that is EDA. So what I have to do, let me open one of my new Python. This one is file. And what I will do, let me entitle this. This one is the title. I have to give this EDA because exploratory data analysis I want to perform. So first of all, let me give this particular file name is, I am going to write exploratory data analysis, exploratory data analysis. So after this, before this, I would like to call or how to import libraries. So here is one more heading. I want to give markdown. So I'm just giving this how to import libraries. And let me run this. And after this, first I want to import, because I need two libraries, import pandas as pd. And after this I want to import uh pandas. Spelling is mistake, otherwise it will create problem. Pandas, right? Numpy as np. After this, I want to, for the visualization of data also, so I'm going to import Seaborn. I'm going to import Seaborn as SNS. So let me run this. And I think there is a problem, Seaborn. Okay, spelling is a mistake, Seaborn. So now I am good to run this. Now it's all right. I'm sure there is no mistake. So how to import libraries. After this, I want to show you how to import data. So again, I will mark down, and I just want to this caption, how to import data, how to import data. So now I have one very interesting file with me, .csv file, that is Omicron data. Omicron virus, then the patients, those were affected by Omicron from various places, and that is worldwide data. So let me create data frame, right? And how I have to use this pd dot read underscore csv, but make sure that file should be available in the same directory, otherwise it could not be open. So I'm using this file is omicron dot csv. Let me find out whether it's working or not, or there is any problem. Oh, perfectly, it's all right. Df. So let me check this whether this file is opened or not. Right. This is a very huge file, right? And this file I had already downloaded from Word WHO site. And after that, you can see uh, this file is properly open. Now what I would like to do, let's see. I want to see first, I want to see information about this file. So I simply write info. I would like to use this function, and now you can see how many columns it is reflecting. There is, right, two data types are Boolean, 6 are integers, 8 objects. right? And total number of columns are 15. You can say 60. First is ID, right? Zero column is ID. And after that, you can see user name, user location, user description, user created, user followers, user friends, user favorites, date, text, hashtags, each and retweets, favorites, is retweets, each and everything, and non-null count is non-null, right? And this is the total data, right? And this is the data type. Now suppose I want to see first few rows or the first few rows along with the columns. So which function I'm going to use? I will use same head, right? Sorry, df dot head head, and this function I would run. Now you can see here, right? This function I'm going to run. So you can see here only how many only 4 5 rows you can see. I mean first 5 rows. Now suppose you want to see last 6 rows or last 5 rows. So which function you are going to use? Tail, right? Df dot tail. Let me run this, and now you can see here 30. This one is the ID number 39,163. This is the data, this is the ID, each and everything, 1 2 3 4 5. Last 5 rows you could be able to see. Now let's say I want to see what is the shape of these columns. So I am going to use df dot shape, and let me run this. So you can see here, shape is total number of rows are, you can see I should bigger this size. Now you could be able to see 39,168 are rows and 16 columns. You can see here my last entry 39,167, and you know first row is already given 0 number. So we can see 39,168 are rows and 16 are columns. So I'm sure this till here it is clear now. Now what I want, again I will mark down this, and I want to give this information about numerical value. Suppose I want to know information about numerical values, because I want to know how many columns do not have categorical data, they have numbers, and what is the mean, standard deviation, each and everything that would be reflected here. So which function I'm going to use? Df dot describe, right? This function we will use, and let me run this. So you can see here, I mean, it's very beautifully given count, right? What is the count? Mean value, right? Of all the columns, standard deviation, minimum number, 25%, 50%, 75%, maximum number. Each and everything would be defined here. Now, let's say I want to know unique values, right? So I'm just giving again, I would mark down this, because that could be, there would be more clarity. Let's say I want unique values, unique values, unique values. So what I will do, unique values, I am going to use this particular function df dot and n unique, and I'm going to use this function. So let me run this. Now you can see here, these are all are the column headings, right? And what is the total type of data that is available in these columns, right? Data type is only integers, right? It will reflect over here, right? What is the total size of this particular column? Now, how we can know about the column name? Suppose I want to know, again I would mark down this, and let's say I how we are writing, how do we know column names, right? How do we know column names? Column names. Because I just want to see column names only. So what should I do? I'm going to use this particular function df dot columns. Columns, right? I think spelling mistake, columns. Let me run this. So now you can see total those number of columns. I'm sure I have used this function 16 columns, right? Shape that was defined. Total 16 columns, only headings you will get. So you will get to know in my data set what kind of information I have. So now I want to know unique value in a column. In that particular column, what is the unique value? So which function, let's say, first of all, let me once again, I will mark down and I am going to write, how do I know unique value in a column? So how do I know unique value? Unique value in a column, or specific columns. So I'm just going to tell you how you will get to know these values. So I'm going to use this particular data frame, and let's say I want to know, let's say hashtags, right? So I'm going to use this. So here is, I'm writing hashtags, HASHTAGS, hashtags. And what is the unique value in this particular column? You can see here hashtags, right? And I want to know unique, right? And let me run this. So you can see, yes, array, Omicron, right, COVID, and these kind of hashtags, right? These are stored in this particular column. Let's say I want to know, I'm talking about how to clean this data, right? How I have to clean this data. So what I will do, let me mark down once again, because that is for your convenience, how to clean data. I mean, those kind of the missing values, each and everything, how I have to clean. So what I will do, I'm going to use this function df dot is null, right? And I'm going to use this function, right? Run. So now you can see here any missing value. False, false means there is no. If there is true, you can see here there is true. Here is true, that means there is the values missing. True, here is that there is also value missing. So what I will do, let me use summary also, right? I'm going to use this one is dot is null, and I want to see this along with this summary. So I'm going to use sum and this function. So let me run this. Now you can see that is a very beautifully defined here. You can see here, I'm surprised. Hashtags 10,253 values are missing. And in user description 2,360, these number of values are missing, and user location 8,879 values are missing. And it would be very difficult if I would manually, I could like to find out, I'm going to clean this data. That could be very difficult to me, how, I mean, these values should be removed, right? So what I will do, because this number 10,253, it is out of this 39,168, it's a very big number. So let's say I want to drop this hashtag column. I don't want this column in my analysis. So what I will do, how to drop a column? Once again, I'm going to use this markdown, and I'm going to write here, and I'm giving this how to drop what I want, how to drop a column, a column. Let me right. So which function particular I'm going to use? I'm going to use df dot and drop, drop, right? And I'm going to use this particular I mean these brackets, then after that square brackets, and I'm going to use hashtag because I don't want this hashtag because number of the values are missing. So hashtag tags, hashtags, right? And after that I want comma access equal to 1, and let me run this. Let me run this. So now you can see hashtag is not here, right? Hashtag is not here. Hashtag now is only, now you can see there is how many columns? 15 columns. Earlier, these columns were, you can see here 15 columns. Earlier, when I have seen this data, there was 16 columns. So I'm sure you understand how we have to drop any column. Let's say I want to, once again, I want to mark down, and let's say how to drop the item where values are not there. Rather than we are dropping our entire column, we just want to drop the items. Items are those items where is no values, where I'm writing here where values are missing. Correct. Values are missing. So when I have seen this summary, let me find out hashtag we had already. Yes, this one is user location. So or user location rather user description, we can take it. I think there's the less number of the values are missing, 2360 out of 39,000 something data. So which particular function I'm going to use? So I'm going to write df dot drop any, right? So that would be everywhere it would drop, right? So all these values would be, now you can see 21691 rows multiplied by 16 columns. Why it is showing 16 columns? Because it is showing 16 columns. I have not saved that clean data, where is hashtag I had already removed in a different variable. So I had used old one df. That is why it is again showing 16. But now you can see here number of rows are only 21,691. So this one is the wherever the data, and earlier it was, this was the number 39,168 rows, and now this number is reduced to 21691 rows and 16 columns. Right. So you can see here how we have to replace the items where is the values are missing. Right. Now, what I want to, let's say df, I want to see now the count of one particular variable. Let's say I'm going to use hashtag itself, hashtag hashtags, right? And hashtags, I want to know values, right? Value underscore counts, value underscore counts, and I want to run this, right? And run this, you can run from this place also, right? So now you can see Omicron, and this one is the hashtags length is 11590. So can we calculate it, right? Earlier, what was the value, and now the new after missing data they have dropped. Now this is my current now the existing value. So this is my 11590. Suppose I want to insert a cell below. I had used this because I had already explained you what you have to use, right? B. And now let's say I want to describe, right, describe, that would be give you clarity. There is any change in the mean value? Let me check. Yes, let me run this. Now we can see, now the mean value count is this mean value, right? And this is the standard deviation. Yes, of course, there is a lot of change. So I'm sure you understand, and then some more functions we will carry in my next video. And I hope this video would be helpful to you. So stay connected, keep watching. Thank you.